Hi everyone. We're moving on to our level 2 word problems of decimals. This is 5B workbook, page 30. We are looking at level 2 word problems, question 3 and 4. Starting with 3 first. Before I begin, I must pardon me. My voice is a little sore because we just came back from a P5 or P4 camp. Sorry, and there's really lots of cheering and shouting. So yep. Okay. Anyway, hope you can still catch what I'm saying. Now, we are moving on to problems that have more sentences. And because there are more sentences, it's important how we spend some time to read, understand, and try our best to understand what's going on with the questions first before getting to solve it. A lot of times, I think one of the biggest issues is that many of us, once you see the question, you want to quickly put on the operation, quickly get it done. But that sometimes hurrying actually will end up causing us taking up more time because of a possible mistake that can happen. Or you get stuck easily when you go start too fast. Okay, now let's take a quick read. At first, Mrs. Tam had 20 packets of sugar, each with a mass of 5.25 kilograms. She then packed all the sugar into smaller packets of 3 kilograms each. How many smaller packets of sugar did she have? Okay, you see immediately the first part says at first. That means there's a story going on. Mrs. Tam here, she's going to do something, and then after whatever she's doing, there's a question at the end. So the question at the end asks how many smaller packets of sugar did she have? Okay, so 20 packets of sugar, that's what's happening at first. And each of the packet is a mass of 5.25 kilograms. She then, the part about then shows there's an action, packing action. She packed all of the sugar, in this case, all of the sugar into smaller packets. Smaller, that's where the question comes up. In the smaller packets, and that's where it appears in the next line, smaller packets of 3 kilograms each. This shows how important the important the information provided is. So if you got a series of actions, okay, so all the sugar, what is all the sugar, and it's smaller packets. So what's the smaller packets? Okay, if you have trouble understanding this, I always suggest find a way to present it. It could be by model drawing, it could be by drawing picture. So get to a process of understanding this question. You could be writing down little pockets of information. Okay, so for example, initially there are big packets. Big packets of this, each of them is 5.25 kilograms, and there are 20 of this. And 20 of these she packs them into smaller packets of each of them being 3 kilograms each. Okay, sorry for the handwriting. Let me try to write it neater. Now, I'm not the person with the best kind of handwriting. That's possibly possible. I know plenty of teachers and students, even students having nicer handwriting than I do. So urge everyone. But really, if you put effort into writing neatly, it really helps. Okay. And the question is, how many of such packets do you get? Okay, so after the drawing, I hope it helps you to understand this better. If you need, you can pause the video anytime to catch some of the information. And I'm going to continue. So here it says all of the sugar in that goes into packing, that will mean this. Okay, at this point, I will highlight the units. Units here refers to kilograms. At the start, it says kilogram. At the bottom, it says, at the second phrase, it says kilogram. So it's likely that there's no need of conversion. Oh, and then most importantly, the last bit of information here asks about the smaller packets. So my answer here at the final part here should actually refers to how many packets. Okay, so let's go on to solve the question. First, we're talking about all the sugar. You got to find all the sugar. So what's all the sugar? So all the sugar means that is all the 20 packets. So 20 units. Dash each of the packet 5.25 kilograms. Now over here, there's no calculator symbol. It means you need to know how to solve the operation. So I'll go with this method that our class learned. Okay, breaking 20 into its parts. It's the number bond of 2 and 10. So 2 times 20. 2 times 10 is 20. So I'll do times this first, and I get okay. So 5.25 times 10. So move my decimal point. The next step will be this. All the sugar will be do my workings here. 5.25. Oops. See, all the careless mistakes may pop up when you're not careful. So it is really important to check. Okay, so I do my multiplication as with how I do any whole number multiplication, just keeping in mind the decimal points and the alignment of the decimal points. Okay, 5 times 2, 10. We group the tens place. 2 times 2, 4. 10 plus the extra 1 10. 5. And then got 5 times 2. Okay, so you have 105 kilograms. I can drop that decimal point, make it invisible because it's 0.0. Okay, now next part. One smaller packet. Okay, is 3 kilograms. So I want to find how many smaller packets. I use all the sugar because it's repacked. Divide by the 3 kilograms. Okay, so 105 divided by 3. Okay, I've got 35. Now be careful, it is the final unit is packets. Okay, and I've got 35 packets, smaller packets. Now let me do a quick check if I got this right. First, let me check the working. So I've done my method. Okay, 105 divided by 3. Let me check my regrouping if it's correct. Okay, 35 packets. Check my working here. Now, alternatively, you can work, if you have extra time, you can work backwards. Use multiplication, reverse operations to check whether it's correct. Well, okay, so that's about it for this question. If you have another method, which some of you will really have, feel free to share with me your other method. Okay, that's the end of the question 3. In my next video, we'll look at the next question, question 4.